Hi, I'm Cardinal Virgil the Doubtful.
And this is the Book of Mormon, poorly animated edition, hamster style. And this is the second chapter of 1st Nephi. Previously, Lehi came along and said the end was nigh, and even though this wasn't news to the evil Jews, they chose, that almost rhymed, to kill him. For behold, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto my father, yea, even in a dream, and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Lehi, amongst women. I made that up. Because of the things which thou hast done, and because thou hast been faithful and declared unto this people the things which I commanded thee, behold, they seek to take away thy life. And it came to pass that the Lord commanded my father, even in a dream, that he should take his family and depart into the wilderness. Is this the same dream? Are we in the same dream? Is this a new dream? I don't know. And it came to pass that he was obedient unto the word of the Lord, wherefore he did as the Lord commanded him. And it came to pass that he departed into the wilderness. He was obedient. He did what the Lord commanded him. He departed into the wilderness. You don't have to keep coming to pass. And he left his house and the land of his inheritance, and his gold and his silver and his precious things, and took nothing with him, nothing at all, save it were his family and provisions and tents, and departed into the wilderness. And there you go. And he came down by the borders near the shore of the Red Sea, and he, Lehi, I guess, traveled in the wilderness in the borders which are nearer the Red Sea. What? Came down by the borders near the shore of the Red Sea, and he traveled in the wilderness in the borders which are nearer the Red Sea. I don't know what that means either. And he did travel in the wilderness with his family, which consisted of my mother Sariah. Hey, she got a name, Sariah. And my elder brothers, who were Laman, Lemuel, and Sam. He has 3 elder brothers, Laman, Lemuel, and Sam. And it came to pass that when he had traveled 3 days in the wilderness, he pitched his tent in a valley by the side of a river of water. So by wilderness, what you really mean is desert. The problem here is if you're walking for 3 days with your family and all your gear, I'll give you 48 hours of walking time over those 3 days. And it's 400 kilometers from Jerusalem to the northern shore of the Red Sea, which means you're not walking, you're sprinting. But fine. And if you want to be as generous as possible, they could be here at the northern end of the Gulf of Aqaba, but there's no river that runs into this gulf, and there never has been. The only river nearby is the Nile, unless he is magically prophesizing the Suez Canal. So let's say he stopped here at the northern end of the Gulf of Aqaba, and he's calling that the Red Sea, and this is only 250 kilometers away, which, doing the math, gets you down to about 5 kilometers an hour, which is almost walking speed. The problem is that later parts of the story lead me to believe this is not where they are. And it came to pass that he built an altar of stones, and he made an offering unto the Lord, and he gave thanks unto the Lord our God. And it came to pass that he called the name of the river Laman, and it emptied into the Red Sea, and the valley was in the borders near the mouth thereof. I don't get the geography here. Okay. And when my father saw the waters of the river emptied into the fountain of the Red Sea, he spake unto Laman, saying, O that thou mightest be like unto this river, continually running into the fountain of all righteousness. And he also spake unto Lemuel, O that thou mightest be like unto this valley, firm and steadfast, and immovable in keeping the commandments of the Lord. So he's taking this opportunity to both name these places and give his kids a hard time. Got it. Now, this he spake because of the stiff-neckedness of Laman and Lemuel. Stiff-neckedness, I like that. For behold, they did murmur in many things against their father, because he was a visionary man. Literally, he had visions. And he led them out of the land of Jerusalem to leave the land of their inheritance, and their gold, and their silver, and their precious things to perish in the wilderness. And this, they said, he had done because of the foolish imaginations of his heart. And thus Laman and Lemuel, being the eldest, did murmur against their father, and they did murmur, because they knew not the dealings of that God who had created them. Neither did they believe that Jerusalem, that great city, could be destroyed according to the words of the prophets. And they were like unto the Jews, they are Jews. Why are they like unto the Jews, who are at Jerusalem, who sought to take away the life of my father? You are Jews. You live in Jerusalem in 600 BC. You're a Jew. And anyway, I'm in their side here. Yeah, they did murmur because they knew not the dealings of that God. They've got no information on this. If my father showed up when I was, 20, I don't know how old these people are. We've given no information on them. If my father had dragged me out of the house and left all our stuff behind, except for some tents and sleeping bags, and we went off into the hinterlands for no reason that I could understand, I would probably murmur and be stiff-necked as well. Fine. And it came to pass that my father did speak unto them in the valley of Lemuel with power, being filled with the Spirit, until their frames did shake before him. Wow. And he did confound them, that they durst not utter against him. Durst. D-U-R-S-T, durst. Wherefore they did as he commanded them. And my father dwelt in a tent. Wow. 1 Nephi 2:15 is just one sentence. And my father, it's not even a sentence, and my father dwelt in a tent. Okay, so, yeah, this should shut up Laman and Lemuel. He just filled them with the Spirit until their bodies shook, and he confounded them, and they durst never utter against him. So that's, I'm sure, taken care of, even though I know better. And it came to pass that I, Nephi, being exceedingly young. What is exceedingly young? Are you an infant? I don't know what that means. Nevertheless, being large in stature. Right, okay. And also having great desires to know the mysteries of God. Wherefore I did cry unto the Lord, and behold, he did visit me. Holy cow. God just stepped down and said hi. And he did soften my heart, that I did believe all the words which had been spoken by my father. Wherefore I did not rebel against him like unto my brothers. Well, then go speak to his brothers. And I, being Nephi, spake unto Sam, Samwise Ganges, making known unto him the things which the Lord hath manifested unto me by his Holy Spirit. And it came to pass that he believed in my words. Well, why did he believe you? Why would he believe you? He's your older brother, I think. Is Sam just kind of naive and dumb? But behold, Laman and Lemuel would not hearken in unto my words, and being grieved because of the hardness of their hearts, I cried unto the Lord for them. Well, no, wait, you just said in 2:14 that they did. They believed because Lehi shook them with magic word powers, and now they've hardened their hearts again. And it came to pass that the Lord spake unto me, saying, oh wait, I need a good voice for God here, hang on. Blessed art thou, Nephi, because of thy faith, for thou hast sought me diligently with lowliness of heart. And inasmuch as ye shall keep my commandments, ye shall prosper, and shall be led to a land of promise. Yea, even a land which I have prepared for you. Yea, a land which is choice above all other lands. And inasmuch as thy brethren shall rebel against thee, they shall be cut off from the presence of the Lord. And inasmuch as thou shalt keep my commandments, thou shalt be made a ruler and a teacher over thy brethren. For behold, in that day they shall rebel against me. I will curse them even with a sore curse, and they shall have no power over thy seed, except they shall rebel against me also. Man, God is just droning on and on. He's very repetitive, God. He's really just... If you know they're going to rebel against you, why are you dragging them along? Why are you letting them go? Just cast them down now, and we could save a lot of problems. All right, last one. And if it so be that they rebel against me, you already know they're going to rebel against you. You just went through this. They shall be a scourge unto thy seed, to stir them up in the ways of remembrance. Okay, so he's literally saying that he's letting them go along on this journey purely to be a pain in the butt, so that Nephi's ancestors will remember that they're supposed to be good. Okay, so that is the end of 2nd Nephi, which is really, really repetitive, but we have God coming directly to see Nephi to say this is why this is going on. And we have Laman and Lemuel, who we now know saw their father use magic powers, and they don't care. They're not going to worry about it. Laman and Lemuel just don't believe in this, and God has appeared directly to Nephi. So that's the important takeaway. So that's it. That's the second chapter of First Nephi, and it was entertaining. I was entertained by it. Magical, shaky voice thing was cool. God showing up was cool. Hope you like and subscribe if you want more, or don't subscribe. Dislike if you didn't like it. I don't, do your own thing, man. It's you. Pin it on Pinterest. Create a Reddit subreddit. I don't know. Facebook it. Whatever you got to do. Do your thing. And I'll see you next time on the Poorly Animated Book of Mormon.